Hey guys, it's Emery99 here and welcome to a new video. Today we'll be riding Santos Tour Down Under with the 2024 start list. Quick look at the route. We've got Tanunda to Tanunda, flat stage, then Norwood to Lobetal, a punchy end to downhill finish. Then we've got two more sprint stages finishing in Campbelltown and Port Elliot. And then the classic Velonga Hill stage followed by Mount Lofty, again becoming a Tour Down Under classic in the past few years. We're going to be riding Tour Down Under with Intermarché Vanti. Their squad consists of Binyam Girmay for the sprints and George Zimmerman for the climbs. Obviously Binyam Girmay, if you watch the first two stages, he was very active at the front of the peloton and was very close to a stage win in stage 1. As you can see from these beautiful kits, the WorldDB 24 has been released, so be sure to check out the description for the Steam workshop to download WorldDB 24 to have the 2024 experience with PCM 23. We've got a -1 with Binyam Girmay and -2 for Kalmajan. No plus race days for us, but just positioning Binyam Girmay and for our GC George Zimmerman in a good position. And it's most likely going to be a sprint finish here in Tanunda. Sprint gate coming up soon, and there will be 1 second for the peloton as well, so we'll be trying to get that with George Zimmerman for the GC. It's going to be difficult to beat all the sprinters here with 1.7 kilometers to go. It's a bit of an uphill, but we're kind of blocked in at the moment. We'll try to sprint now, but it's going to be too little too late. It's going to be Field Bauhaus who takes the second and the sprint classification point. Riding these races with real start lists just as the race is happening is just like a preview of the real race. Obviously, if you watch the first and second stages of the Tour Down Under, we've had two winners. Isaac Del Toro, the Neo-Pro from UAE, won stage 2, and this stage was won by Sam Welsford after Bora set up a really nice train. So let's see if the same happens. And if you want to actually follow the UCI World Tour calendar with videos like this, be sure to subscribe to not miss any new videos. So thank you so much guys for the support. We're approaching the final KOM and sprint trains are starting to be made. We've got Jaka Alula train for Ewan, and I'll be starting to make a train myself at the moment, with Binyam Girmay being our sprinter today. 5 kilometers to go, and Bora Hansgrohe really upping the tempo at the moment. Also are Bahrain Victorious. Now it's Dion Smith's turn. Trying to not get blocked with our riders. Patilli's job is done. But now we have to sprint with 2.6 kilometers to go. We're a bit behind at the moment at this final corner. Now Dion Smith's job is complete. Now it's Mattis Mikkels trying to come from the right. Mattis Mikkels done a good lead out, but is it going to be enough for Binyam Girmay? Phil Bauhaus has a massive lead at the moment. Ivan Garcia Cortina comes from the left and Ewan from the right. Ewan's going to win, and Bauhaus celebrated too early. For us, the sprint train was not there. We're just going to finish 11th position with Binyam Girmay. Next stage, Norwood to Lobetal, offers an exciting finish at the last 15 kilometers with a few climbs and downhills in the end. So maybe we'll try to position ourselves better with Binyam Girmay and fight for the sprint. The second stage is on the way, and funnily enough, after the 40th place, there's been a 58 seconds gap for these riders at the back. Lilian Kalmajan also involved in that group. Jonathan Narvaez is there, Callan O'Brien and Josh Tarling also here, Ben Zwiehoff, and Isaac Del Toro also through the back of the peloton, so that's good news. So for the general classification, we now only have 37 riders who can possibly win it in Velonga Hill and the final stage. The pace of the peloton is really high at the moment. Breakaway is still not settled, with Simon Geschke now trying alone. Bonamour tried to follow him, yet we'll have a lone breakaway of Simon Geschke as it seems, with just 77 kilometers to go. Sprint gates here, and we'll try to take some seconds with George Zimmerman now. Sprinters are really not at the front at the moment, so it's a good opportunity for us to take some seconds. And Pacor's done a good job, and Zimmerman sprints to take 2 seconds on the GC. So that has been executed pretty well by our team. Now just 10 kilometers to go and the pace is finally increasing in the peloton. We've had a very slow pace throughout the day, but are there going to be any attacks? I'll maybe try one with George Zimmerman if we get the chance. Maybe not on this one, but the other one. But this is also very crucial in this hill to be able to position well with 9 kilometers to go. Binyam Girmay is in position. To attack Petit actually has quite a lot of energy, but now 5 kilometers to go. I think it's now time to make a good sprint train with the amount of men we have at the front. So let's make a sprint train. Okay, actually change of plan. We're going to try to attack with Dion Smith to this group, and it could be a very successful attack. Dion Smith has to go all out on these final kilometers. Meanwhile, we should really not chase our own man at the front currently, but no. He's being caught, and it has to be a sprint. Now, Zimmerman going for it at the moment. It's a bit of a downhill and then an uphill finish. So Girmay at the front, Michels, it's all carnage at the moment, but we're going to have 1, 2, 3 with Binyam Girmay winning the stage ahead of Michels and Kalmajan, Ulissi and Alaphilippe of 3rd and 4th and 5th, but sprinters were not really there. Kellybu in 8th, Filippo Ganna 9th. We've really done a PCM moment there, but just the 31st actually after that high pace, so very successful 1, 2, 3. Caleb even still in the ochre jersey though after this stage. He was 8th during today's stage. But we were following really closely. But very slow stage, but actually very fast ending with just 18 riders now in the same time being ahead. We've got Quinn Simmons in there, Jack Haig in there, but I can't see Simon Yates, for example, in this group. KOM's led by Bastien Tronchon from Decathlon Age d'Auxerre, and the young rider is now going to be worn by Binyam Girmay from our team. Next up though is the 3rd stage, an easier flat stage for a sprint finish. Can we win this with Binyam Girmay? It's going to be difficult with the likes of Welsford and Ewan in the peloton, but let's see. Stage 3 now, and it was going to always be a sprint finish, and it will be, but there are a lot of corners and a bit of downhill, so a lot to navigate. So we try to make our sprint train. It's a bit blocked at the moment with 7.5 kilometers to go. Maybe we try to find the space on the right, but trying everything to get in front of the peloton, but it's really difficult in this terrain. As we have a crash, Roger Adria is down for Bora Hansgrohe. A bit of a chaotic finish. Madis Michels stuck at the moment in the 15th place in the peloton. Really not what we want to see. So is Binyam Girmay. A lot of corners to navigate through, and it's just a pain at the moment. So let's see what can we do. 3.8 kilometers to go. It's a very fast finish. Binyam Girmay stuck here, but come on, catch the wheel of Michels. He's trying his best, you know. Girmay's trying his best. 2 kilometers to go now, so we have to go sprint with Zimmerman, but Girmay's not in the wheel perfectly. Zimmerman sprints with 1k to go. Now it's Michels, and now it's going to be... I really need to time it well. Girmay for the line. It's going to be Filippo Ganna who takes the win. Very strong ride for him. We're going to get 5th place, better than what we did in stage 1, but really can't handle these bunch sprints at the moment. Bauhaus came 7th, Ewan 15th, so not a great day for the pure sprinters. After these results, it's Filippo Ganna who now leads the ochre jersey. For the points, we're 2nd, and Ganna now leads with Phil Bauhaus 3rd. Caleb even down to 4th from 1st. Now another sprint stage from Murray Bridge to Port Elliot, just 136.1 kilometers, and then the last 2 stages will be where the GC will be won. 4th stage is just a plain sprint, but a decision time for us. Madis Michels currently sitting 4th in the general classification with a +3 day, and Binyam Girmay with a 0 day. Girmay would have 78 sprint, 78 acceleration, Michels 76, 76. So yeah, actually not a big decision, but Girmay is going to be led out by Madis Michels today, and hopefully we can get that first sprint victory that we're hoping for. With 12 kilometers to go, and now we're on the seaside, and it's fight for position between the sprint trains have started. We've got DSM for Liepens. We've also got the Bora train with their full team for Welsford, Filippo Ganna in the Oka jersey in position as well with 10 kilometers to go. Oh, we've been blocked here with 4.5 kilometers to go. Can we somehow escape this from the left side? But Girmay is really blocked at the moment with 3k to go. I don't really know what to do. Now we're just going to give it to Mikkels to try to lead us to the front, but Girmay is losing energy with 3 kilometers to go. Now we're trying to follow the train from Alpecin. Now 2 kilometers to go. We have to go ourselves. I mean, what is Dion Smith doing here? Come on, Mikkels, find the gap through, find the gap. Mikkels did, but Girmay struggling. Girmay will try to sprint. Who's going to win today? Not Girmay for sure. Liepins, but final acceleration from Dan McLay, who wins the stage. Max Canter comes second. We're going to come, unfortunately, 10th. But again, Phil Bauhaus 7th, Velsford 5th, Corbin Strong 8th, and Caleb Ewan 11th. It was just not meant to be with these trains fighting over that the real sprinters and the favourites couldn't take the podium. And Dan McLay for Arkea gets a nice win. Despite our poor efforts in the final kilometers, Biniam Girmay now leads on top of the Oka jersey standings, the general classification, by 3 seconds, thanks to those 3 seconds we got in Stratalbin. Now though, it's going to be a difficult job of keeping the Oka with Biniam Girmay as the peloton heads to the famous Willunga Hill, with George Zimmerman currently sitting 5th in the general classifications for us and Kalmajan 21st. So it's going to be between those two guys that we'll be choosing our leader from, depending on the race day condition. Stage 5 has started and our route is to the Willunga Hill, which will be ridden twice and one of the most decisive stages of the tour. George Zimmerman for us has a +1, so that's good news, while Kalmajan has a -3. So that's the decision sorted for us. We'll be working for George Zimmerman today. And looking at the general classification, we have obviously Filippo Ganna, who could be a challenge for us. Covey, Alaphilippe, Ulissi, Ruben Guerrero, Jack Haig and Quinn Simmons is among those who'll be, were the favourites to basically win the stage and also win the whole tour, but quite a lot of attacks already, so let's get it under control now, as we have a group of 7 up ahead at the moment. Okay, we're about to start the first Willunga Hill. It's 26 kilometers to the finish, but I have some suspicions. Let's see where the top 10 is. They're all at the front, so we could actually see an attack by Alaphilippe or Covey. So I'm pacing with Mikkels and Petilli right now. Harper is not attacking. Oh, Covey might be though, so need to be reacting to these attacks. Meanwhile, Zimmerman's caught behind, which can't understand why. And there it is. Guerrero and Covey are attacking. Guerrero and Covey. They're going for it. Alaphilippe is here in the Sudal jersey. Isaac Del Toro, he's active at the front. He's working obviously for his teammates, but strong showing by the Mexican, also in PCM. Luke Plapp is here with the Australian jersey, and we are able to actually stop the attacks for now, as Simon Yates now has come to the front. Biniam Girmay also in this group, but let's see, 21 kilometers to go, and seems to be the race will be decided in the final Willunga Hill as expected. 3 kilometers to go and we start climbing the Willunga Hill, and the peloton's very tense at the moment, almost as if we're doing the Mur de Huy or a sprint finish. We're currently leading at the moment with Petilli. Now goes Kalmajan, and we're waiting for the attacks. Phil Bauhaus is still here. Biniam Girmay also in this group in the Oka jersey. So let's see, it will be a sprint finish it seems. Bovan is here, Alaphilippe and Haig in good position, and Ruben Guerrero is here with 1.3 kilometers to go, and Ruben Guerrero will attack. We have to react on that one with Zimmerman into Guerrero. We still have some red bar. Guerrero is finished, but we need to wait the right move to sprint, and with 400 meters I think it's the right time. Alaphilippe and Haig comes from the right. Can Zimmerman hold on to the lead? I think Jack Haig just has it. through the corner. Jack Haig faster than Zimmerman. The Australian will win deservedly here in Willunga Hill, but George Zimmerman comes second, so that's a great result for us. Simon Yates third, Julian Alaphilippe fourth, and Biniam Girmay actually with the group. Let's see if there will be any time gaps. I don't think so. So Biniam Girmay in the ochre jersey. Biniam Girmay does keep the ochre jersey. 3 seconds ahead of Ghana and Jack Haig now, with Zimmerman fourth. 5 seconds behind. Okay. Alaphilippe and Covey just 13 seconds behind now. Yeah, this is going to be an exciting final stage. I mean, this is set up to be an exciting finale. Only to Mount Lofty, 124.7 kilometers. 3 climbs of Mount Lofty, which it's harder than it looks because it's just 124.7 kilometers. But yeah, it's very, very exciting final stage awaits us. Okay, the 6th stage is underway, the final one. Girmay on a 0, Dion Smith on a +3 with 79 hills on the day. He'll be a great super domestique for us. And George Zimmerman on a 0 as well, 76 all round. Elia Viviani, didn't see much of him in the first 2 stages in real life either. Just the 14 kilometers to go, and I think the way the peloton ride today, they've not been very active. So last Mount Lofty on our way, 10 kilometers to go, and both Girmay and Zimmerman are just set at the front right now. Obviously Alaphilippe, Ulissi, they'll be looking to attack for sure. Let's see. 8 kilometers now, and the climb has started. Gelders and Alaphilippe already upping the tempo quite a bit. I mean, with 6 kilometers to go, I think Girmay can actually hang on, so we'll try to keep the ochre jersey with him. I mean, if Ghana or Jack Haig wins, then it's a problem, but Zimmerman's also just 5 seconds, so I really don't know what to do here, how to play it with just 4.5 kilometers to go. Yeah, just the 3 kilometers to go. Girmay does not have any red bar left. Isaac Del Toro again very active at the front. 1.9 to go. I think Girmay does not have the energy. Kalmejan currently leading. Zimmerman with 1.2 kilometers to go. We really need to win the stage, so we have to time the sprint perfectly. 500 meters to go. Zimmerman goes. Covey goes as well. Van Poppel tries the sprint, but Covey is going to win, and that will be enough for him to win the whole tour just by 2 seconds, I think. We've come so close with Zimmerman, but Covey beats us in the sprint, which is very disappointing. And Girmay, let's see if Girmay is actually same time with Covey. Girmay has a chance to win. It's all down to how the time gaps are going to be. So let's wait for the podium now. Okay, time to look at the results screen. And yes, Girmay, no time gaps. No time gaps for Biniam Girmay, which means he wins the Santos Tour Down Under. It hasn't been pretty for sure, but we picked Wanty for today for Biniam Girmay, and we saw he was very active at the front of the peloton, and we were able to win the Santos Tour Down Under with him. In PCM, obviously, in real life, I think it's going to be a different story with both Simon Yates and the Australian champion Luke Platt going to be more active. But in PCM, this is the playthrough, and Biniam Girmay has won Santos Tour Down Under. Points were also won by Biniam Girmay, the KOM by Jason Osborne, the young rider 1-2 for us, and the team classification same time with UAE Team Emirates. I hope you've enjoyed this Santos Tour Down Under playthrough with me, Emery99. If you have so, please like the video and subscribe for the other World Tour playthroughs when the time comes. If you also want to see a career mode with the 2024 DB, please comment on what type of career mode would you like to see. I'm personally playing on career with Bora Hansgrohe, but is it interesting for you guys, or would you like to see a more continental or pro-continental career mode? Let me know what you guys think, basically. And so yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and see you for the next one.